guys, I'm Sebastian.
I'm Christine.
And this is This Week in Vegas,
the Ninth Island Connection podcast, where we bring you everything that's going on this week in Vegas. News, weather, events, our own experiences, vacationing on the Strip. So let's get to it.
Let's start with the news. You guys probably saw this all over social media. And if you did not, for whatever crazy reason, we got to talk about fake Biebers.
So if you're not familiar with the story, he went a little too far impersonating Justin Bieber and pretended he was Justin Bieber and ended up performing in a nightclub at CWIN, Excess Nightclub. And
they thought he was the real Justin Bieber.
For a while. For like
3 songs.
And then he got busted, and he is now banned from the CWIN. And he got charged with like almost $10,000 bill.
Well, they ran up like a $10,000 tab. He had an entourage, and his side of the story was his entourage, his crew was the one that they were doing this for him to get him on stage. Like, oh, my guy Justin Bieber's over here. He wants to, and then he didn't know anything about it until they were like, hey, if you want to come up on stage and perform, and then he did. Who knows? And they ran up a $10,000 bill. He's now banned, and how embarrassing for the team over at the CWIN.
I think it's hilarious. I think it's a hilarious
I think it's hilarious
story.
also, but somebody probably lost their job.
Yeah.
That is a huge embarrassment.
Yeah, it's funny though. All right, moving into not so hilarious news. We told you guys several podcasts ago that Battista's Hole in the Wall, that's that Italian restaurant that's kind of located between Flamingo and across from Horseshoe. They closed for renovations, and it was only supposed to be a couple weeks.
That was back in June, wasn't it?
I can't remember.
When they initially did it, I think it was.
Yeah, it's been a minute. And unfortunately, Battista's and the Stage Door, it's the same owner, and they're both going under renovations. They're closed, and the renovations are just taking way longer than the owner ever thought they were going to, and now they're shooting for September. So
yeah, that's huge. I mean, those guys have been there for like 50 years or something crazy like that.
Yeah, they've been there for a long time, and I love the Stage Door.
$3 hot dogs.
Yeah, and cheap beer, beer and hot dogs. So
and we've run into viewers of our show before in there.
Yeah.
That's our audience. That's our people.
Yes. But so we'll keep you guys posted on when they are going to be opening up. Hopefully it's sooner rather than later.
In other restaurant news, not good news, or maybe it is good news because, well, you guys let us know if this is good news, if you care, or whatever. Hooters over at Oyo is shutting down permanently.
You know, that affects me none. I don't think we've ever eaten there.
No.
Nor would that be a restaurant I would seek out. So, but I mean, it's very popular.
The location, though, it's less than ideal.
Well, I mean, some people like Puerto.
Yeah, I'm not saying
I've never even been inside of
I'm just saying that's not our vibe. We like, you guys know, we like Center Strip, downtown. That's pretty much it. That's where we stay on the Strip. So.
Well, and I mean, again, I've never eaten at a Hooters, so I can't speak to the food. They're known for their wings, but they're known for the Hooters there. And I feel like you can get a lot of that at other places. You can get wings and you can get scantily clad women at several restaurants throughout the Strip.
It's, you know, they're a wing joint, and to your point, their outfits, beer, that's the thing. And I feel like where they're located, there's so much competition. I don't see even people that would go to a Hooters staying at like Sahara and saying, oh, well, we're here in Vegas, I got to go to Hooters at Oyo.
Yeah.
I have a hard time seeing that happen.
Yeah. So,
but they're gone forever.
Yeah. And it's Vegas. So when one door closes, another opens, and Zippies is opening yet another location here on the 9th Island. If you're not familiar with Zippies, it's a very popular restaurant in Hawaii. They're everywhere in Hawaii, and they expanded to Las Vegas, which is Hawaii's unofficial 9th island, because there's the largest population of former Hawaii residents, and 1 in 10 Hawaii residents travel to Vegas, so we've become the 9th island.
And this is also the only place on the mainland that you could find Zippies.
Yeah.
So they're only in Hawaii and only in Vegas.
Yeah. And this one's going to be opening up on Eastern Avenue, so kind of the border of Las Vegas and Henderson.
Yeah, very popular area.
Yeah, lots of competition there. There's
Yeah.
a lot of great eateries in
They've
that
got
area.
a strong brand name behind them.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
So let's talk about tipping in Vegas. And this is just natural. I don't know why this is even making the news. At least it's making our local news. Actually, that sounds kind of a little bit careless. I know why it's making the news, because travel is down significantly here in
11%
Vegas.
for June.
Spend is down, so gratuity is going to be down as well, naturally, because there are not as many people and there's not as much money being spent, as much revenue. So tipping is down as much as 50%, according to some servers. And there were many different servers from downtown and restaurants, at bars, on the strip, off-strip properties. We're also seeing the trickle-down effect because of the layoffs that are happening also in Vegas. Fewer people are going to neighborhood casinos, so revenue is down there as well.
Yeah, I mean, money's
That's it.
Money's tight. Money's tight for a lot of people, and you're, like you said, you're not going on those vacations. You're not going out to eat. You're not going, maybe skipping the cocktails at the bar, and that's unfortunately, you have to take care of yourself. But it does have that trickle down effect, and it's I can't help but think that the ridiculous prices, and the little extra fees that are added on to different venues on the strip, that has to irk people as well. Like,
really, it's annoying.
And it's not the server's fault. They don't
It's
set the
annoying.
prices. Bartenders don't set the prices.
Yeah.
But I think when people get their bill and it's like sticker shock, like, oh my gosh.
Yeah. Well, I think it's the fees.
Like you at Bottled Blonde, when you're like, oh my gosh, that's how much this 16-ounce beer cost.
That was my fault.
Then I had to pay a venue fee. Like, it makes, it's, I think maybe that can play into it.
Absolutely.
For the tipping. And then I think people are just, a couple years ago, tipping fatigue.
Everywhere,
because everywhere in Vegas asks for a tip. You go to order a slice of pizza at any of the pizza places all across the strip, and you'll find when you're cashing out a tip
they're
amount.
asking for a tip.
And it's preset at like 25%.
It's
For
just like,
taking an order, it's like tipping at the grocery store.
exactly, which you wouldn't do.
No. I mean, I believe in tips. I believe in tipping for service.
Yeah.
But
not when you're just doing your job. Like, I don't go tip the garbage people that come and collect our cans every week. They're literally doing their job.
Yes.
And that's how I feel some of these things. Like, I'm placing the order, I'm picking it up, I'm doing the tapping at the thing. You're just literally just doing your job.
Yeah. Yep. And that's where I hate that. I mean, I'm sure I'm not the only person that is like, why is this even an option? Once I was at Cosmopolitan getting drinks in the little
in the shop.
In a little shop there, and like the lady, she didn't even say hi to me. I walked in, I grabbed my drinks, I tapped the card, and it prompted a tip. I was like, a tip?
For what?
I was like, you didn't even say hi to me.
You're just standing here behind the register. You're literally just standing here.
So I don't know. We could go on and on this rant, but so you guys let us know what you think about tipping in Vegas.
Be kind in the comments. Be kind. We're not saying that we don't tip. We definitely do tip.
Yes.
We're just saying that it is just ridiculous at this point, in our opinion. But we want to hear from you guys. Let us know in the comments below.
And it is sad that tipping is down, because this is a tourist destination, and a lot of people work in the industry where they're relying on their tips.
So some of that had to do with
we're not being discounting that at all.
Correct. And a lot of it, just so we're clear, it's not people tipping less. It's people are spending less money. So, for example, people come into Vegas, going to a restaurant, rather than getting a couple of appetizers and a couple of entrees, are skipping the apps and just getting entrees and a couple drinks, maybe one per person, where before they would have gotten a couple of appetizers. So the average ticket price for the tables is also down significantly. So even though they are tipping, it's still just less money because the ticket price is lower.
Yeah. All right, we'll move on. we feel like we talk about it all the time, that tourism is down here, and especially from Canada. That's been a significant impact, and now impacting that even more is the Air Canada strike. So that's, really I think that's, depending on how that all works out, that's really gonna affect.
Yeah, I mean, I was in the elevator with a woman from Canada when we just stayed at Paris, and we got to talking, and she had her bags, but she was trying to check back in or something. And I asked her, "Oh, what happened? Did you have an issue with your room?" She said, "No, I just got an announcement on my phone that my flight has been canceled because there's an Air Canada strike, and I'm stuck here in Vegas. I can't leave today. Got to figure this out, so I've got to book another couple of nights," which of course the prices are going to be jacked up because she's booking right then and there.
And she wasn't the only person on that flight back. So I mean, that like with a lot of people were impacted by that, which just sucks. That's
horrible. Yeah, that's terrible.
I mean,
hopefully the airline would have compensated her for her fare and helped her get back home. Maybe
after they resolve everything. I don't think anyone's there to be helping.
Yeah.
So I guess, there's worse places you could be stuck.
Yeah,
that's still.
That just sucks.
Yeah, that does.
Yeah.
All right, moving on into some announcements. We've got a few comedians heading to Vegas. Shane Gillis has announced that he'll be over at Resorts World Las Vegas on the 17th and 18th of October, and tickets are on sale now.
Tumua is going to be over at Venetian on the 27th of September.
And tickets are on sale now, and that is the Chi-Hoo tour.
The Chi-Hoo. I'm not going to yell in my house. Okay? But you guys know. If you know, you know. That's the tour that's happening.
That was a really sad Chi-Hoo.
I can't yell in the living room, though. We've got neighbors.
All right. And Jeff Foxworthy with Henry Cho coming to Planet Hollywood in December on December 10th.
So we talk about this, and I laugh every time because I think it's so funny when big acts come to town and they're like, limited engagement, 2 nights only. And it's a big name, they're going to kill it, and there's going to be additional nights.
Yes, especially when they have these residencies that are like selling out.
Yeah, but from the promoter's perspective, they want to make sure they don't lose everything with these events because the promoters have to put up everything up front. They've got to pay for the venue, they've got to pay the act, they've got to all the marketing, everything, and then they get their money back.
Yeah.
And hopefully make some money on top. So I understand that point. But Backstreet Boys, this is no surprise.
No.
They've been killing it here. They're going to have even more shows in 2026 after the new year. They're coming back in February 5th through 7th, then the 11th, 13th, 14th, and 15th.
So, and we just shared last week in our podcast that they announced shows for end of December.
Yeah.
So they just, I guess while it's selling out, while it's doing well, just keep going with it.
They are having the ultimate second wind on their career right now.
Yeah.
They are selling out, and these tickets are not cheap.
Third win, because they did have a residency back when Planet Hollywood had the Zappos Theater, which is the back theater.
Oh, that's right.
So they had a long-term residency there. And it was great. I had an awesome time. It was so much fun.
There were a lot of 90s people kind of here during that time. No Doubt was here or Gwen Stefani was here for a minute.
Yeah.
Pitbull was doing his thing for a while. These guys were here. There was just a lot of 90s, early 2000s music that was happening here at that time. And then it went away, and now they're back again.
Yeah. Oh, look at that. I see what you did there.
It's totally by accident. That was unscripted. This entire thing is unscripted.
Yeah, it was corny.
Whatever.
Anyway, and last in our news, there is a rumor, speaking of the Sphere, there is a rumor that Taylor Swift is in talks to be possibly the next headliner at the Sphere, which I think would be awesome.
I think it'd
be huge.
I think I don't know. I think if that did happen, in my opinion, and I'm going to share why, because I did think about this. Allegiant Stadium, she came and she sold out.
Yeah.
Completely sold out, in minutes.
She sold out stadiums nationwide.
And it's such a much larger venue.
Mm-hmm.
So if the Sphere, a lot less capacity than the stadium. what are those tickets going to look like? Because you know they're going to sell
hella
out.
expensive.
They'll be like $100,000 tickets.
They'll be so expensive because the tickets for the Sphere for any band that's there, any performer, are expensive.
And I think that would not be positive for her. I just think that would be, she has such a young, diverse fan base. She'd be cutting a massive portion of her fan base out.
But it would
if
also
she does
be
a residency at the Sphere.
But it would also be a different experience.
I agree.
So,
yeah, I mean, it would be awesome.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I would go. I wouldn't want to pay for the tickets. That's a lot of money for a concert. But I think it would be fantastic. So
of course, I agree with you 100%. The Sphere is an amazing venue. Everybody that goes through, everybody that's been there has said how amazing it is. I'm just talking about from like her stand. Why not just do Allegiant Stadium again? She'll sell that out. And for Vegas, so many more people would come to Vegas.
The Sphere is one of those little like places where performers can kind of be like, I've performed at the Sphere. You know, it's a big thing. It's like it's an intimate. You can do so much with the production there.
I mean, she's already got $1 billion. Like, what more do you need?
I don't know.
Whatever.
We'll keep you guys posted if that rumor comes true or not. All right, let's get into the jackpots.
And let's start. This is another weird one. I feel like we continue to do these jackpots. I see more and more that I'm like, what the heck? I've never seen that machine, but now I'm going to look for it. Somebody who's at Green Valley Ranch, which is a station's property.
Drinking those $2 margaritas.
$1.99.
Yeah.
$1.99. That penny will add up.
Yeah.
Squeeze that up. $1.99 margaritas, playing some multi-strike wheel video poker.
Okay.
And they won $32,000. I've never seen that machine before in my life, but I will be on the lookout whenever we're in a station casino.
Yeah. And then Palms, which actually used to be a station casino back in the day.
A long time ago.
Yeah. Somebody was betting $4.40 and they ended up winning $25,000 on a slot machine.
Great investment.
I don't know the name of the slot machine. It's the one with kind of like the air balloons. It's like, yeah, there's like different colors, like 3. It's like pigs. They're all pigs.
They're all pigs.
Yeah.
They're all pigs. Next, we're heading over to the Orleans. Now, the Orleans is a Boyd property, and that one is closest to the other Boyd properties in the downtown area, which are the Cal, Main Street, and Fremont. They also have Samstown, but that's kind of a little bit of a trek.
And Aliante is.
And Aliante is kind of out there as well. So Orleans is closest. We do have friends and family that come to visit, and we'll do a couple nights at Orleans and then a couple nights on the Strip or downtown.
It's a nice property.
It's a really nice, chill property. I say chill, that doesn't mean it's not busy. It's very busy, but the action isn't like the center Strip.
Yeah.
It's not like that, but there are plenty of people for good reason too. Great dining options, low table minimums, tons of Pai Gow tables, blackjack tables, poker tables, you name it. They have just so many options there, so it's very popular. And speaking of Pai Gow, they had 2 winners. One of them was not me. Somebody won 169. I need to let people know. So I'm manifesting this. Send your energy to the air for me. Somebody won $169,000, and then somebody won $75,000.
Nice.
Fantastic. Congratulations to those guys.
Yeah, and that sounds like a lot of money, but in this next one, this is the one who definitely takes the cake. Over at Aria, somebody was betting $10 a spin and turned that into $1.2 million. They were playing Wheel of Fortune Gold Spin Triple Gold. So that's just...
I think Aria maybe loosened up, if it's a real thing, because they've been getting trashed over people making videos about their snacks like $26 bottled water and $15 bag of potato chips.
Well, they're going to have to start it. You have to charge those prices if they're giving out millions
so
here
I think
and there.
they need to like change the social media story.
Maybe.
And they're like, let's get some jackpots out there. Let's just get them out there. Get some hand pays out there.
Right. That's it for our jackpots. We actually stayed on the Strip recently. We stayed a Sunday and a Monday night at Paris, and
just last week.
Yeah, not a jackpot, but this guy did pretty good.
Run.
Yeah, 2 nights in a row.
Had a nice little run. So the first night that we were there, I took down like $120 because the tables were only $15.
Nice.
which was very nice. Low, that's low for the strip, $15 hand. And I wound up cashing out like over $800, $845 or something like
Yes.
that, which was fantastic.
That was great.
Because she was like, well, how'd you do? I have a pile of chips right here. Did pretty good.
Yeah. He texts me and he's like, I just keep putting chips into my bag.
Oh, so I am the person that you see at the table that doesn't have like big piles of chips. I clear them off. I stick them in my pouch that I have with me, so that I'm not tempted to give it all back. I want to make sure I take something home with me, so I just start throwing them in there. So the second night, I went down there in $15 tables again, and I wound up cashing out over $1,400. The slot machines, we could not. I mean, nothing paid on slot machines.
Yeah, it was
Nothing.
I mean, not just at Paris, like everywhere we went, it was like awful. Like it was literally, oh, here's my $20. Ah, you want another 20? Here you go. Oh, another? Okay. You know, we slowly just lost all over town.
I mean, we won a little bit, but we were never up on slot machines. Because I did post a short on that new Coin Trio machine, and we won like $110 or something on that.
Yeah, it was rough. I feel like, you know, everything's down, so they're tightening up the machines. And I know that's
thing as tightening up the machines.
I don't know. I feel like they say there's loose slots places. These ones were tight.
So some machines,
These ones are like,
there is payback percentage.
Okay.
And some machines at some properties have a higher payback percentage than others. But it's all the same. When you press the button, an equation happens. And before, well, that's all the lights and all that, the machine already knows what's going to pay out. So all the bells and whistles.
so then why do people do like the chronic pump, 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 pump?
Well, you're just
Making it happen
you're
faster?
just doing it faster.
Okay.
But it's still, once you press that button, it can go like 10 minutes. You have bells and whistles and fireworks and all. The decision on what's going to pay out has already been done.
Okay.
Like in a millisecond. Like,
Okay.
as soon as you hit it, it's done.
Say what you want. They were tight.
That's not what I want. It's what it is. That's how they work.
They were tight. They were, as my mom would say, they were lousy. The slot machines were lousy for sure. But,
Yeah. But we won it all back and more
yeah,
on the Pai Gow table.
yeah, yeah. So thank goodness for Pai Gow. It saved us. Saved your butt. As far as Paris overall, we did a luck of the draw room. We've talked a little bit about that in previous podcasts. Basically, the luck of the draw. You let the hotel decide what kind of room you're going to get, which isn't anything new if you travel to other places. You know, hotel can pick the room. But,
It's like run of house or whatever they call it. But yeah,
you
they
know,
have it.
Vegas has to call it something.
Well, because Vegas, they position it as you could get a regular room, you could get a suite, you can get an upgrade, you can get something, because you're just
where everywhere
the
else it's going to be like you're either going to get 2 queens or a king.
Right, you're going to get whatever entry level room type there is, 1 or 2 beds.
Yeah, so we were hoping that we were going to get a cool suite, but we just got a regular room, but it did have a really nice view despite the dirty windows. So I like the rooms up here. So their standard rooms are fine. I
like that it was at the end of the hallway. I do like to be close to the elevators as well, but I don't mind being all the way at the opposite end because you don't get a neighbor on one side of the room.
Yeah.
I feel like it's quieter. But other than that, it was fine.
Yeah, I mean, it was, you know, it was nice. It was Paris, standard Paris room. And just as far as Paris overall, it seemed like a lot of people were at Paris gambling.
Yeah.
Drinking.
There was a couple conventions happening or conferences happening at Paris.
Yeah.
So it was super busy.
Yeah, I was always busy at the bar. And, good news. We got our free drinks back for
we got our Diamond Plus drinks back.
So we've kind of griped about that a little bit here during our podcast because if you're not familiar, Caesars rewards if you made Diamond Plus or above, every day you would get 4 free drinks, up to $25 value each, which sounds like a lot, but you know, if you've ever bought a drink at a bar in Vegas, you know that that's really...
They're going to be $20 to $25 each anyway.
Yeah. We haven't had them up until now, from March to now.
Right.
And every time people said, oh, it's because it's gambling.
Yeah, so
it's
finally we found
gambling.
out that we were getting more than we were giving. The casino was upside down with us because we take advantage of all of the offerings and benefits. So like they have $10 dining credits. We go use it.
Mm-hmm.
They have
free rooms.
We get free rooms. We get free parking. We don't pay resort fees. And we stay on the strip on average about 2 nights per week. So we get a lot from them. And then with these minor wins like the Pai Gow table, hopefully they don't take our drinks.
I know.
Because we want a little money at the Pai Gow table.
They
So they evaluate you on a monthly basis now in 2026.
Which it used to be, you made the status, you were good
Once,
for that
and
year.
you were good for the year.
Yeah. And I mean, that's literally the only perk aside from free rooms that we get. But happy, free drinks are back. So we definitely took advantage of those. I know people say that Vegas is dead, and we were there on a Sunday and a Monday. Mm-hmm. And Sunday was clearly busier than Monday. But, I think it's just typical August is what it felt like to me.
That's what it felt like for us. Even, we went all the way down through Park MGM, checked out New York.
Went the other way, Flamingo, Cromwell, Link Promenade.
Yeah, we went through Bellagio.
Planet Hollywood and Horseshoe, of course.
Yeah, so it was kind of, living here and staying on the Strip as much as we do throughout the year. It was like typical August here in Vegas.
There were people out walking and stuff, and it was like over 100 degrees. So obviously, when it was quieter in the streets, I get why people weren't.
It was 110.
Yeah.
On Sunday afternoon, and there wasn't a lot of people walking about, but it was 110.
Yeah.
So.
And some of the properties were really busy, and others weren't, and it just kind of depended on the time of the day too, because I don't know, everyone seemed to come out at night.
In the evenings it was very busy in the casinos, the restaurants, the bars.
Yeah.
So it was like typical August, which August in Vegas is slower.
It's probably our slowest month because it's hot. People are going
back to school, back to college.
Yeah.
Summer vacations are over, and the next big thing we have is like Labor Day weekend.
And we don't have as much happening in the month of August.
Right. Because it's so hot, you don't have events and a lot of just big things going on in the city.
Yeah. Yeah, overall, another great staycation. I can't complain.
Absolutely.
Especially, free drinks and some money, coming home with some money.
And we found some new discounts to talk about. New great deals that are going on. I don't know if they're being advertised. We just saw it. One of them was at Pinup Pizza. We were at Planet Hollywood, and they have a big sign outside, $5.99 cheese pizza.
Well, we saw that when we stayed at Planet Hollywood.
Why didn't we get it?
Because we were eating at other places.
Darn it.
But, it was a great deal. It's the regular slices are $8.99, and I think the regular slices are slightly bigger than the
this
cheese.
This is a small cheese pizza.
Yeah.
But for $6, fresh, because they crank out pizzas there. They crank them out, so they're always coming out of the oven. $6, great deal.
Yeah, and we used our dining credit, so $10 off of that. I was like $2.
And now there go our drinks again.
Yeah, right. And then we also tried Irv's Burgers. We shared last week in our podcast that Irv's second location in Vegas, the original is over at Durango. They opened in the Miracle Eats in the Miracle Mile shops at Planet Hollywood, and they're kind of right between Carnegie and Tacotarian. Yeah. So we ate there. I didn't realize that they must be known for pastrami.
It's the first time I've ever eaten there, so I have no idea.
Obviously they're burgers, but if you like pastrami, go to Irv's. Definitely add pastrami onto your burger. It was delicious. It was a lot. It was a
really
beast,
tasty.
but it was really good. So I would definitely go back there.
Absolutely. Yeah, it was really tasty.
All right, enough about our staycation. Let's get into the weather. This is what you can expect if you're here in Vegas this week. It's still hot. I don't even know what else to say anymore.
The only difference is there's a slight chance of some pop-up thunderstorms.
Well, we're still in monsoon
throughout
season.
The week because we are in monsoon season, and the winds are kind of shifting a little bit as we get closer to fall. So you guys see on social media throughout the year, there's pop-up flash floods, and everybody on social media is at the lake with a phone showing the rushing water. It's a real thing. So stay out of the water. Be prepared for pop-up thunderstorms if you're going to be in Vegas this week, because they're forecasted pretty much every day. And that's throughout the valley. It's not like all of Vegas is getting drenched at once. It might be raining downtown and just kind of cloudy by Caesar's Palace, or vice versa. And that's how they work here. They come in, last 15 minutes or so, and they're gone.
Yes, and rain is why I wear closed-toed shoes down on Fremont Street.
Absolutely.
Because it rained there once when we were down there last summer, and I had slippers, flip-flops on, and my feet were getting wet, and all I could think of is, oh my gosh, I've got Fremont Street on my feet. Ew, it was so gross. I washed them as soon as I got home with hot water and soap. But
And bleach.
just
Brillo pads.
Yeah, the thought of it was just, it's still, ugh.
All right, guys, let's get into events. Now, this is in addition to everything else that's always going on in Vegas. We say that every single time because we don't want to give the illusion that everything else is not happening. All your day parties, the pool parties, the nightclubs,
All the
DJs, the magicians, everybody's still in town. Big Elvis is still at Harrah's. This is just in addition to that stuff. Let's start with Bruno Mars. He's going to be over at Dolby Live. That's over at Park MGM. He was just here last week. He's going to be here again this week, the 26th and 27th.
Yep. And then we've got the big one, I guess, Pantera over at T-Mobile Arena on the 29th.
And then we've got G-Dragon over at T-Mobile Arena, closing out the month on the 31st.
And then for comedy, we've got Chelsea Handler at the Chelsea at the Cosmopolitan on the 30th.
She's always in town.
Yeah, so it's kind of a quiet weekend when it comes to these events, especially considering this is Labor Day weekend. Usually we have a little bit more action for Labor Day weekend.
Yep.
But
September is a monster here in Vegas.
yeah, there's a lot happening.
It's like
yeah.
so much going on in the month of September.
Yeah, if you haven't already, make sure you check out our September update. We'll put the link in the description so you can check that out. But yeah, Vegas is back. Sports, entertainment, everything is happening after the quiet month of August. All right, guys, that's it for this week in Vegas. Thank you so much for tuning into our podcast. And if you haven't already, can you please give this video a like and subscribe to our channel. We bring you everything happening about Vegas. So if you're new to this channel, go ahead and look around. There's a lot of stuff that we share about Vegas. We're putting on videos twice a week.
3 times a week. We got the podcast Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then we got shorts every day. There's so much content that we're pushing out.
We have our members only.
We've got our members area.
Our members area. That's here on YouTube. We leave $2 a month, and that's where we put extra content from our television show, Ninth Island Connection. Check the description to see how you can watch that show. It's all about Vegas. It's a TV show that airs nationwide and across the territories. This week we put in, or last
Oscar
week,
Goodman.
we just recently put in Oscar Goodman. This week it's only appropriate that we follow that whole segment as well as long form of Oscar Goodman by putting his wife, the segments with her and her full interview. So if you're interested in that, join our membership. It's only $2 a month.
All right, guys, that's a wrap on this one. As always, we want to thank you for supporting our channel. Like Christine said, if you're not already subscribed, subscribe. It's the end of the video. You made it this far. Why haven't you subscribed yet? Check out the description so you can see how you can watch our television show. We appreciate you guys.
Ninth Island
We'll see you
Connection
next time.
highlights Las Vegas businesses, entertainment, events, and activities on and off the Strip, keeping our viewers connected with the Ninth Island of Las Vegas. From local mom and pop restaurants to those owned and operated by top chefs, from kitchen action to the inspiration behind the dishes, we deliver the culinary creations of Vegas. From Las Vegas entertainers and athletes to all of the exciting activities and experiences around the Vegas Valley, we keep our viewers connected with all of the excitement that the entertainment capital of the world has to offer. Of course, we can't forget about the casinos that make Vegas, Vegas, with exclusive tours of the incredible amenities and beautiful accommodations, getting right in the heart of the casino floor action and entertainment, as well as interviews with casino owners, CEOs, GMs, and executive chefs. We bring the Las Vegas Casino into our viewers' homes. Highlighting lesser-known areas like the Fremont East District, the Arts District, and Brewery Row, we bring attention to these small businesses that have become fast favorites in the local community. We bring our viewers a complete Vegas experience. We also invite our viewers along as we venture into the great outdoors of the Las Vegas Valley, sharing short road trips, hikes, and the unique sights found in the Mojave Desert. Great people, great stories, great connections, only on 9th Island Connection.